few weeks back, I had one of my best pickups ever. It was a box TurboGrafx 16, a box Turbo CD, and a whole bunch of games. It was listed in a random garage sale group at like 2 in the morning for 500 bucks. I messaged him right away and he said he still had it. I offered to go pick it up right then and there, but he said, no, it's too late. Let's meet in the morning. About half an hour goes by and he messages me again and says, hey, I realized I undervalued this stuff. I really don't want to sell it. Of course, I knew that was going to happen. I was sitting there sweating bullets the whole time because I knew that was going to happen. But I messaged him back and I said, hey, yeah, you did undervalue it. I was really excited to get this stuff and add it to my collection. Is there a price that you'd be comfortable selling it for? And he said, let me do a little more research and I'll get back to you. About another half hour goes by and he messages me and says, hey, I realize some of these games go for hundreds of dollars a piece. Would you do $1,000? And I didn't even haggle. I just said, yeah, I'll pay the $1,000 because I'm pretty sure this stuff is worth like $3 or $4 grand. But yeah, I got it all on camera. Lots of really good stuff, lots of rare games, and we're gonna roll that footage. Let's get into it. Hey man, sorry about the confusion. It was taking me...
You can't read.
No, my GPS took me over that way by the park right up there.
Really?
Yeah.
I suppose it's Google, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that. And do light, like lovely, nice, great thing to use.
Got such a nice place here, man.
Alright. Here it is. Those are the boxes. These are the games. Watch out, there's gonna be a glowing gold light coming out. And music.
Cue the music, right?
Yep. There she is.
Wow, super excited for this one.
Just tested it out yesterday, as you should have seen on that video.
Yep, I seen
I
it
found
on
a
the pictures.
receipt. I bought Monster Lair and what does that say? Something in '92.
That's the year I was born. A little bit before my time.
I believe I got it in either the fall of '90 or the spring or something, '91. And this is being busy, of course, and this is kind of what took its place. The Philips CDI, got that and receipt for that there.
Well, when you're ready to part with anything else, you let me know. I'll drive back out here with cash.
You can have the receipt for reference. Kind of cool to have, showing its, dates it kind of. I wish I had the receipt for the system, but I don't. I might, but I just don't know where it is. You come across this stuff in the weirdest places.
Electronics Boutique, huh?
Yep, go ahead, check it all out.
Yeah, that would be great. Can't believe you have the receipt. That's cool, man.
Yeah, I know I got the receipt for everything, but I just don't know where the hell it went. Could be in a file, could be in another game box somewhere.
Looks like you took really good care of everything, too.
Oh yeah, it's like I said, I didn't get a chance to use it much back then. So there's no scratches on the CDs. The original Arizona didn't come with a case. They only sold them in the cardboard box.
Really?
Kind of weird. Yeah, it's packed in there in a kind of flexi plastic liner to the box. So that, I believe, was one of the first titles out.
You even kept the plastic wrap on it.
Yep. And then Sherlock Holmes came in a box, but that's also got its hard case here. So I don't know what they were thinking when they were giving out a box like that, but you'd think for what they were charging for these things, they could have afforded a better box for the games in the first place.
Especially when there was companies like Nintendo giving out boxes with trays and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to damage it putting it back on me. Yeah, you took really good care of this stuff.
Yep. That's how all my stuff is. This CDI will be in the same condition when I pull out. I just almost got trapped digging this out this morning.
Oh,
That's
really?
the next one I had in mind of, checking out and listing. I already did list a Wii U, but, there's not much interest. That's fairly new yet. So.
Still modern, yeah.
But it's perfect. No scratches on the screen or anything. I'm asking $220 for that with 3 games. One of them is that monster one that comes with the little monsters that you put on the pedestal.
Okay, Skylanders?
Yeah, Skylanders. I've got 4 of them. 2 of them that light up when you set them on there, with the pass-through clear plastic that they have for their eyes and whatnot. And then the other two are the little ones. I don't think any of those ever lit up.
You said you've got like Nintendo too. Do you have like Sega or PlayStation or any of that stuff?
Name it. I got everything except an Atari 2600.
That's what I like
and
to
a
hear,
Neo
man.
Geo.
That's what I like to hear. That's the stuff I'm into. I don't know if you saw the picture I sent to you.
Yeah, I think I did.
I'm
Which
pretty big
picture?
on Nintendo. Like
Oh
my
yeah,
cabinets and-
yeah. That was in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I would have kept the Neo Geo. I don't know what they're worth now, but I suppose they're worth a pretty penny.
Yeah, pretty obscure console like the Turbo Graphics.
Yeah. You know, when I tried to put this thing on, it made me so mad. I think they picked up on NEC and they thought that was a bad thing that needed to be filtered. I mean, what could NEC stand for? Back then, it only stood for NEC, you know, of Japan. But now, it's so many things. I mean, they booted me off, and I couldn't find any of my listings. I'm cursing, and finally I relisted this on a separate page, and then it popped up. And then, boom, there you were. I didn't really have time to evaluate what I was doing.
Yeah, I saw it probably, 20 minutes after you put it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was fuming at those. They do that a lot. I'll put a ukulele on. I sell ukuleles, new ones. I go through them and, set them up and whatnot. And I put them on occasionally, and for some reason they said they got to flag that. That's not allowed.
Really?
Why? Because
That's strange.
there's a name within its company name that's offensive or something, Like a 3 or 4 letter word might be in the middle of their actual name, and they don't allow that. It's like when, I don't know if you play GTA online.
Oh, yeah.
And you try to set up your organization, and you know how they swear in the game.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous. You can't put anything in there. Finally, I ended up with Pink Muffin. Because I got a pink-haired girl. But they allow that, but they don't allow a number of other things. It's crazy. The filters, it's just nuts. But anyway, that's what got me all befuddled.
So you're going to be selling the CDI?
Yeah, but I want to go through it. I've got about, I don't know, at least 50 games for it. Maybe 60.
Well, I want to be the guy it goes to when you're ready to part with it.
I'll get your info and I'll shoot you a line before I list anything.
I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm only like 20 minutes from here, so I can always swing by the bank and stop right back out.
Okay.
Well, I'll get you paid for this.
Check it out. It's even got the plastic protectee stuff
I saw
on
that in the picture. I was wondering if that was the
I was
plastic
worried
on it.
that was going to cause an issue because they'd think, what's wrong with that label? Oh, that's the plastic protector that was on it. It just shriveled up over time.
All right,
Don't
well,
lose this, because you need that to use the CD. It won't play without that special card.
is that right? I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you can search around, you might be able to find an enhanced card. I don't know what the enhanced card is, but they had one. Otherwise, you can separate the system. There's a lock at the bottom, so don't try to pull it apart without unlocking it. And there's a lock over here. I don't know if you know that.
No, I didn't. I
Yeah.
definitely appreciate the heads up.
The instructions are somewhere in the box. The back to this is in the box. When you slide this base system out, there's a back that plugs onto it to cover up everything. It's kind of a rounded back.
Just like a plastic cover, right?
Yeah, it's just a cover that's in the little box. And the other adapter that's meant for just the base system is in that box. And there's an antenna adapter in there and a few other things. You don't need that adapter when you're hooked into here, of course, because this has its own adapter off the CD drive.
So it powers both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
Well, I'll get you paid. I'm going to count this back to you here.
okay.
Got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000.
Okey-doke. Is the ink dry?
I just printed it this morning.
Was it a good printer? Okie doke. I'll help you get this stuff out to your vehicle.
I definitely appreciate that. Grab these
Try to
boxes.
find one of these boxes that survived.
Yeah, that thing's pretty cool too.
I
You
mean,
don't see those carry
it came
cases
with
too
it,
often.
But people drop them, and they are kind of fragile. To tell you the truth, I would never want to drop it. I mean, it's just, look at the hinges on there. You don't want to drop something
Oh
like
yeah,
this.
you drop that once and it's broken.
Yep. So that's why I don't see them.
All right. Might have to make 2 trips here, huh?
I'll stuff this into here. Where did this come from?
It's cool. You could just slide it right here. I bet it'd fit right there.
Monster. Where's Monster? Oh, okay, I'll stick it in there. It goes to. Oh, there it is. Of course, I looked right at it. Okay.
We can make 2 trips.
I won't drop it. Oops.
You got it all?
Yep.
All right.
Just making sure this is everything. I don't want you to leave without the whole thing. I believe this is it.
After you.
Yeah, just leave the door open, otherwise it'll auto lock on me.
Gotcha.
And the batteries are getting kind of low. I don't want to be locked out. Yeah, as soon as I get that CDI up and running, I'll shoot you a line on that. I've also got the, well, you saw the Mad Dog McCree gun, the light gun.
Oh yeah.
Game.
I'm really big on Nintendo too, so.
Yeah, I had that green one on top there. I don't know if you noticed that in the soft case.
I did the N64, the pouch.
Yep.
Grab this off you.
I call it the blue greenie because I have a soft blue silicone case that goes over the green machine.
Oh, is that right?
And that's in good condition too. And for some reason, Nintendo picked the right chemical composition so it didn't fade, you know, like silicone does. So it's a soft case that just goes over it like a shell. And I also have a regular 64. I think I have 2 Super Nintendos, light guns and everything.
That's the stuff I'm looking for, man.
So I'll let you know.
I'll drive right back out here. I'm only 20 minutes away. Thanks again.
Cool.
Appreciate it, Mark.
Thank you much.
Take care.
Yep.
All right, real quick, just want to quick look over this stuff. We got the turbo CD in the box. I honestly cannot believe how big this box is. This thing is massive. Like, it takes up like that whole back seat. Then we got a TurboGrafx 16 in the box. We got the turbo pad and a turbo tap in the boxes. This super cool TurboGrafx CD case that's got both the consoles in there. I'm sure you guys seen that in the video. And then all these games, Air Zonk, super clean. It's still got the plastic wrap on it. It's like you just sliced it open enough just to pull the game out. Then some solid titles here. We've got Valis, Yeast Wanders. What else do we got? Monster Lair, Lords of the Rising Sun, Sonic Spike. I think that's like volleyball, ain't it? Yeah, volleyball. Ninja Spirit. Just a lot of obscure stuff. Like, you never find turbo stuff. And that's crazy to me because I just found turbo stuff and then I just find more turbo stuff. So I'm gonna have like 2 turbo videos in a row, which is pretty crazy. I go years and years without finding it, and then I just find a whole bunch of it. What is this? Final Lap Twin racing game, Fantasy Zone. I just had a loose copy of this in my last turbo pickup. But anyways, lots of really killer stuff. I'm gonna go home, price chart everything, show you guys exactly what I got. I'm actually not gonna be selling any of this. This is my turbo collection moving forward. It's like an instant collection, so I'm pretty excited about this pickup right here. Definitely worth more than $1,000. That's what I paid. But yeah, let's get back to the house and let's check it all out. All right, I just laid everything out and I just want to show it to you guys here. So we got a lot of really killer stuff. The grail of the entire lot here is going to be the complete in box TurboGrafx CD, which is like mint condition other than a couple little spots on the side of the box here, but these are pretty much non-existent in the box. I think the last box only on eBay sold for like $750. I'll put a screenshot up here. And that one didn't even have the styrofoam or the paperwork. I opened both the turbos and mine have the styrofoam and paperwork inside. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Bear with me here. Yep. He was the original owner and he took really good care of everything. So I'm really, really excited to add all of this to the collection. I just want to say that none of this stuff is going to be for sale. I know I sold all the turbo stuff I got in that last pickup, and I actually kind of regret selling Dead Moon and Silent Debuggers. I should have held on to those, but I wasn't into turbo. And now that I got all of this crazy stuff, makes me want to start a turbo collection. So I do kind of regret selling those, but you know, money talks. I am holding on to all of this though. So I looked on price charting and I couldn't find any sold comps for a complete in box turbo CD. It showed that the last one sold on eBay in like May of 2022. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So it's hard to value this. It's pretty much non-existent on eBay. I could list it for whatever I want. I could list it for $2,000, $2,500 and just let it sit. And you never know, somebody might bite. But I don't plan to sell it. It's going to go on my shelf out here since I'm tapped on space in the game room. And I'm honestly tapped on space out here too. So I'm going to have to do some rearranging to make it fit. But pretty cool stuff. We got the boxed TurboGrafx 16 as well. Love the artwork on these. I got the boxed turbo tap and the boxed turbo pad. That's the controller, just the regular controller. We also have this really cool carry case, which obviously didn't go into price charting, but I'm sure that carries some decent value. Everything is super clean too. I said it a minute ago and I'll say it again. He was the original owner and he took really good care of his stuff. I don't plan to hook this up and test it for a while just because I've got a lot going on right now, but I'm sure it works. He had pictures in his listing showing it working, so I'm confident that everything is functional, especially, you know, with how clean it is. But we've also got some really solid titles here. We've got Air Zonk, which is a killer shoot 'em up. It even says in the corner shooting game. This one still has the plastic wrap on it. It's not sealed, unfortunately. It has been slid open, but, you know, it's super clean, and he took really, really good care of it. We got Sherlock Holmes, some more solid titles here, like Ninja Spirit, Fantasy Zone, which I actually found a loose copy of that in my last turbo pickup, which should be the video before this video. Yeast, Wonders from Yeast. I'm a huge fan of the Yeast series, so this is pretty damn cool to find. This is a turbo CD game. We got Monster Lair, Valis 3, Lords of the Rising Sun, Ordine, or Ordine. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. I apologize if I'm butchering it. Addams Family. And then these games over here are all pretty common. Sonic Spike Volleyball, Jack Nicklaus, Gunboat, King of Casino, Pac-Land. On price charting, I put all of these cased games in as loose. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe they're supposed to come with cardboard boxes like Air Zonk and Sherlock Holmes. And I didn't want to overshoot the value, so I just put them in as loose. So the price charting value I'm about to show you guys is super conservative. But I did price chart everything, and the total value comes to $3,127.49. Obviously, some of the best stuff here is going to be the boxed TurboGrafx CD system, which came to $1,584.99. And there was only one reference on price charting, and it was from May of 2022. But we got some other really killer stuff. The boxed TurboGrafx 16, that shows 263. Air Zonk Complete, 338. Valis 3, that's in as loose at 115. Some more pretty good stuff here. Wonders from Yeast, I put that in as loose at 175. But this value is going to be super conservative because I did put all that stuff in as loose instead of complete. Now, I'm not 100% sure if all these were supposed to come with cardboard boxes or not. I'm honestly not super knowledgeable on turbo stuff, so correct me if I'm wrong. But I only paid $1,000 for all of it, which might sound like a lot, but TurboGrafx stuff is like pretty much non-existent in my area, pretty much any area. to be honest. So I was more than comfortable paying that price. But yeah, really, really killer pickup. Probably a once in a lifetime find for me. Really, really happy with it. And this is my turbo collection now, I guess, because I don't plan to sell any of it. Pretty happy with how everything turned out. He was a really cool dude. Original owner. Took really good care of his stuff. And he said he has a lot more stuff. So I'm hoping I can get some more good deals out of him in the near future. He said he has Super Nintendo, original Nintendo 64. He's got the CDI, Sega 32X, Sega CD, all that stuff. So pretty killer, pretty killer. Really, really happy with this. You don't see box turbo CD, box turbo anything for that matter. That's going to be it for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. And on to the next.